New Donald Trump numbers. This from USA Today. Billionaire businessman Donald Trump has strengthened. Now listen to this. He has strengthened his lead at the top of the USA Today poll, while two other outsider candidates, Ben Carson and Carly Fiorina, have gained ground over rivals. Jeb Bush, who was second to Trump 2 months ago in the USA Today survey, has tumbled to single digits and into fifth place. Now, this is an odd quote from a voter. Unfortunately, I'm leaning toward Trump, only because he's a non-political figure, said Ginger Mangum, a customer service representative from Little Rock. That's a weird quote, isn't it, to be supporting somebody? So who do you support for president? Well, unfortunately, I support Donald Trump. I don't know. That's not a glowing endorsement, is it? No. It's like, all right, it's like the USA Today had a gun to this person, said, who do you support? Okay, fine. I'm apologizing, but I like Donald Trump. Sorry. How weird. Florida Senator Marco Rubio was in the fourth place, backed by 9% of those surveyed. I'll give you a rundown real quick here. Donald Trump, number one, 23%. Ben Carson and Carly Fiorina tied in second place with 13%. Marco Rubio, 9%. Jeb at 8%. Ted Cruz at 6%. Everyone else at 2% or lower. Can we just say, if you're not above 2%, get out? Because that would include Mike Huckabee. That would include Rand Paul. Ooh. Bobby Jindal at 1%, Chris Christie 1%, Lindsey Graham 1%. After that, there are more candidates, but they're all at 0, and they're still running. So seriously, if you're at the 2% line, get out. 2% or lower, get out of the election. I mean, unless there's someone out there. I mean, the only person who I could see a lot of voters just clamoring for would maybe be Rand Paul, because he's different. But I don't see a groundswell coming up for Mike Huckabee or John Kasich or Rick Santorum or Bobby Jindal, any of these guys. But I love this. This part about the USA Today story. They still say that Donald Trump is about to fall out of first place. Here's what they say. Some political analysts, including those with the latest USA Today power rankings, see Trump as beginning to lose ground, while scrutiny on him as a potential president intensifies. All right. So they see USA Today, they see Donald Trump losing ground. Yet the first line of the story is Donald Trump has strengthened his lead at the top of the poll. You can't do both. You can't just look weak and at the same time you're strengthening. You're not doing that. It's just, I think there are a lot of people out there, and look, I'm not a big Donald Trump fan, I admit it. But at the same time, I'm going to defend Donald Trump when he needs to be defended. I'll criticize him when he needs to be criticized. It's like that with any political candidate. But to say that Donald Trump is about to fall apart, are you kidding me? What polls are you looking at if you think Donald Trump's about to fall apart? Even if Donald Trump were to lose 10 points right now, he would be tied for first place. And I think everyone would say losing 10 points overnight would be a collapse. If Donald Trump were to lose 10 points tomorrow, he'd be tied for first place. Donald Trump's not going anywhere, at least not for a while. So get used to it. I mean, even here in Texas, some of the new polling numbers, this is just Texas. Donald Trump, number one, 21%. Ted Cruz, 16%. That's for Ted Cruz, he's actually up in this poll. But Donald Trump, 21%. Ted Cruz, 16%. Ben Carson, 12%. Jeb at 10%. Carly Fiorina at 6%. That's your top five. Rubio at 3%. Huck at 2%. The Huckabee. All others at 1% or less. They all need to go. But yeah, Donald Trump's not going anywhere. There was an excellent New York Times article that came out a couple of days ago about the power of Donald Trump and just what people, individual journalists who are now going out with Donald Trump on the campaign trail, they are seeing that this is real. That those who love Donald Trump, they really, really, really like the guy. And they're going to stick with him, at least for now. Now, I will say this. According to this Texas poll that came out, Donald Trump again leading Ted Cruz 21% to 16%. If Donald Trump were to drop out of the race, 37% of Donald Trump supporters in Texas would go to Ted Cruz. That is what Ted Cruz has been playing for. Marco Rubio, his game has been wait till all these other candidates drop out. They're starting to. Rubio's getting that support. Ted Cruz, will wait till Trump drops out. And that's why when Matt McKoviak brought up this could be a Ted Cruz versus Marco Rubio race at the end of the day, that's why. Because they're both playing behind the scenes. You're going to drop out, you're going to drop out, you're going to drop out. I'm going to benefit. And that's how it's starting to shape up right now.